Good day, everyone. So today will be the upskilling session, and basically, this will talk about the MySoul upgrades. So this will be the part two of the MySoul upgrades, and this is entitled "Monitoring Achievement of Learning Competencies and Outcomes." So basically, you will do the workshop in our MySoul platform. So before we will start, so I will like to share my screen regarding this particular upskilling session. I hope you can see now the screen. So here, basically, I am showing you your MySoul account. So if you would like to see the upcoming events for the upscaling session, so all you need to do is just go to the faculty training room. This is intended for SU faculty teachers. So here, you will see here the sections. So here, all of the uploaded upscaling recording will be made available in this particular section. So we have here a series of themes. So generative AI, and then we have my soul upgrades, and then responsible use of technology. So our upscaling session for this day is about my soul upgrades. And basically we've done with the first part. So the first part or the previous my soul upgrades is talk about the activating Turnitin in my soul to detect plagiarize and AI generated content. So this particular moment, so we will focus on the workshop of monitoring achievement of learning competencies and outcomes using our MySoul platform. So our resource speaker for this upskilling session is Ma'am Alfie and Sir Jade. So Ma'am Alfie will talk about more in depth about the learning competency and outcomes framework. And then Sir Jade will do the hands-on workshop of My Soul competencies and outcomes. So I will now give the floor to Ma'am Alfie. Hello, Ma'am Alf.
Hi everyone, good afternoon. Mayang hapon sa tanan, no? So, while waiting for Sir Fredly to share the screen, um, here we have for this afternoon. It's something that is very useful to us as well as also something that's a different take, especially on competencies. Now, so we are highlighting competencies because this is something that is um, always there with our courses, with the learning or the activity learning activities that we have, but it's seldom highlighted, no, seldom highlighted siya. Maybe in a different form or in a different set of learning activities. Competency is always there, no. And I would also like to acknowledge the presence of our Director of the Office of Instruction, Dr. Beulah Rose Torres. Hi, ma'am. And then we have also from CBA, Ma'am Bulado, and from the PT program, Sir Maynard or Sir Aparicio, no? And in person, I know that we have teachers from the social work. Okay, so hi everyone. Later on, Sir Sir Jade will be the one to demonstrate to you on how to set this up in my soul, and he will be doing it in person there in the second floor. Okay, so now that it's set up, no? So we are very much familiar with this one, no. This one is something that the framework that we are seeing on screen is something that's very familiar to us because all of these are present in our syllabus, no. This is something that we could go back to basics in such a way because this is in connection with outcomes based education, no? So in here, if we look at the original framework, no, if we look at the original framework, we see these elements that lead us, not that lead us to competencies. So we actually start with our institution's vision, mission, and goals. Um, and then we have our own set of IGOs. We have even descriptors that are key to measuring competencies, no? That we have religiously also uh, indicate, no, in our syllabus, no. And of course we have our own set of uh, program graduate outcomes. We have that one per department or per college. And um of course we have our course learning outcomes, which are all stipulated in our syllabus. And this means that every learning content, so what does this imply to us? Every learning content, activity, assessment should be attached to a particular learning outcome, no? So we always give emphasis to the learning outcomes, no? Yet how would we be able to um try to gauge or at least measure the competencies of each learning outcome? So in a course learning outcome, no, so in a course learning outcome, we still have specific learning outcomes. For higher education, we call it specific learning outcomes, no. And we may have it by topic or per lesson, no. And for the basic education, we call it objectives. The specific learning outcomes, we call them um more of objectives over specific learning outcomes. And why are we trying to emphasize these ones? Because they are they are actually the ones that are necessary, no, for us to be able to set, no. They are the small activities, learning activities that would actually help us in measuring our competencies, no. So all in all, we call them, no, the specific learning outcomes and objectives, the small parts of the course learning outcomes. We will just call them key understanding. In fact, in the previous or the updated template for our syllabus, if I'm not mistaken, we actually have the term key understanding. Sakto ba ko, Dr. Beulah? No, so we really make use of the term key understanding this time. Okay, so when we say key understanding, it is a set of specific learning outcomes or say objectives per topic. So, klaro na taan na. And then, can we go to then yes, okay. So we go back, no, we go back to outcomes-based education just to remind us, because I know everyone here in Siliman is very much familiar with outcomes-based education. If we look at the framework, it emphasized that there should be an evaluation of competencies. If we look at that portion in the check portion, no, the check portion also has to have the evaluation of our competencies. We are really into um, trying to look for our outcomes in making our syllabus and in making our teaching and learning activities. We really make sure that we have incorporated outcomes based education. Yet there is a portion wherein there is an evaluation of even our competencies, especially if what we have as outcomes in our syllabus or in our course. Um, in many literature, the first thing that should be evaluated is the achievement of the learning. No, so that's what we are used to. No, but how many of us really measure competency? Sige. How can any of us here um, tell tell us or tell everyone here nga, how do we measure competency? As uh, for me, like for example, it's not really measuring, but for as long as they, for the longest time, for as long as they have met the specific learning outcomes, they have passed the major exams, the performance tasks, that is already considered actually meeting the competencies, no? So it's somewhat of a challenge. So that is actually challenging because for the longest time there we were not also trained to really um, have to measure the competencies, but more of to meet our specific learning outcomes with our learning activities in the course. No, so that is what we were trained of. No, but again we have to go back to uh, the 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 highlighting of competencies. Okay, so in here, can we go to the next slide, sir? So as I have mentioned earlier, it is a challenge. Now, maybe we haven't really had gone through doing the measuring of competencies in such a way that it's so organized, or we have the tools, because it's still a challenge. It's still difficult in achieving this in such a way that um, there's lack of awareness of what competencies are. No? So if we really uh, talk about competencies, we could say they are the general term that describes the desired knowledge or the skills or maybe behaviors of our learners graduating from our course or from our program. Or commonly, if we would want to have it as an applied element, it's the applied skills and knowledge that say enable our graduates to successfully perform in professional, educational, and even in other contexts in life. No, so that is how competency should be, because this competency is the one that is really their competency of the learners is the one that would really lead them on how to be able to perform as a professional, or if someone when they are done with the course, being something that they could apply to in the real world. No, so this is something that we are not that aware, or maybe we are not that oriented with when it comes to doing our doing our syllabus or managing our course. Okay. So yes, sir. No. So Sir Maynard, sir, here said that it's direct observation. That is what is usually happening, sir. No. So it's direct observation um the how they fare when it comes to competencies, and maybe the way we grade them, especially if it's a performance task or if it's something that they have to do, that is already, it's like an assumption that we have already done measuring their competency. No, so yes, we may have rubrics or checklists when we do that, but there should be like a tool for us to help us out in measuring competency. And speaking of another challenge, not another challenge that we have when it comes to competencies, is the value of competency in education is especially in the perspective of the students, is actually absent. No, because we don't explain to them, even if we explain to them our syllabus, we don't explain to them competencies, but we explain to them our grading system, our activities within the course, but not competencies, do we? No, dili man gyud, no. And another one is because the focus that we actually also emphasize in class is not on competency, because we would the importance that we would want to give, especially in the other learning activities in class, are focused on the major exams, the projects, the performance tasks. We never really gave the value of competency, why they have to do this, no? So it's really something that we should be able to also let them have a picture or have a clear understanding that you are doing this, you're taking this exam or you're doing this performance task because we want to harness this competency in you, no? So that is also the challenge that we have encountered when it comes to competency. And lastly, no, um there is an we don't have the tools to facilitate competency and show it to teachers and students. So when we say measure, we usually would need some tools for that one, no? So most of the times it's really just direct observation, and with the grades that we have, that is already our way of measuring competency. Now also, because we have realized this one, especially in the last 2 years that we have been engaged with accreditation, no, with with Dr. Beulah here, no. So we have realized also that they have already accrediting bodies could actually ask from us our evidence in measuring competency, and we cannot just say that we do this because we have observed them doing this and we have this set of rubrics. It will be something that we have to utingkay pa, no, whenever that happens. And we also have the impression that there are plans to revamp their accreditation tools, integrating technology as part of their maybe checklist or maybe rubric in measuring competency. Maybe they are on the works, no? So it doesn't have to be something they will ask they will be it could be something that they will be requiring from us, no, in the near future, no. So we have already that kind of inkling, no? So hopefully this session of ours will actually help us out, no, sort this out. And it's something that just needs like a little setup, just like when you set up an assignment, no. And so it's more of, if they would need the evidence, that we could always show our virtual classrooms, because we can actually have a page or a feature that will help us out with competencies. Okay, so can we go to the next slide, Sir Fred? Okay, so before I would give the floor to Sir Jade, we would just need this from you, no? So that's why I have mentioned about learning outcomes and specific learning outcomes, or our key understanding, because we would need this from you, no? We would need this from you for us to be able to do the nitty-gritty of things. You don't have to be the one to set this up. Kami na ang mag-set up, Ani. All we need is for you to give us this. So maybe later on, I will just place in the chat box the template, so that everyone could just get it. And later on also, Sir Fredly will place it in the training room, so that any teacher could just download it and uh, email this to us, so that it will be available to him or her. Okay, so again, like for example, this one, so this is for Infotech E4. So you could just place the learning outcomes if you have five, or if you have four, the learning outcomes in there, and then equivalent to that one in the right side will have your key understanding or your specific learning outcomes for each learning outcome. No, so it doesn't matter if you have two, three, or how many, for as long as you have your key understanding or your specific learning outcomes for each learning outcome. So if you have questions later on, maybe after, I know everyone has this one, no, mo ana mo nga, for sure everyone has a learning outcome, no, naa dyan mga learning outcomes. Now, if you go to your syllabus and you say, I don't see any key understanding in there, but if you have objectives or if you have specific learning outcomes for each lesson or topic, then you could place it as a key understanding. Okay na siya, no? So, for sure, in a learning outcomes, we usually have it per unit, no? Per unit, and then in a unit we have maybe 2 or 3 lessons, and then each lesson you could produce or you could create your own specific learning outcome or key understanding. Okay, and with that, I think Sir Jade is very much ready to demonstrate on how to do it. Sir Jade? Well, nag-set up pa si Sir Jade. Gi-focus ang mga in-person participants. So, hi, in-person participants.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hi, good afternoon, Ma'am Beulah.
Hi. I just want to say something about the objectives,
Yes, yes, ma'am.
specific objectives. Key understanding man tayo giingon, ma'am, no?
Yes,
In other CMOs na policy standards and guidelines, atong sample nga gipakita sa CHED, ang
yeah,
ilang gibutang nga term is intended learning outcome. So,
yes.
pwede gihapon na siya mao ang term.
Uh-uh. So we have
Yeah.
different terms, ma'am, no? Like,
Yes,
yeah,
oo,
also in
different.
like in education, we have intended learning outcomes, good, no? So
Yeah,
we have
intended learning.
just so because maybe you have encountered any of these terms, you could place it in the key understanding column of our template.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. So that
Yes.
they won't be confused. Thank you very
Yes,
much,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Kumaot. Madunggan ra.
Yes, sir. Ay, Sir Jade?
Mamav.
Okay.
Okay na?
Yes, you can be heard.
Sige.
But kindly share na lang the screen.
Yeah. I will share, ma'am. Sige, wait. Exit full screen. Na-share na, ma'am? Okay na? Ay, sorry.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So hi everyone, good afternoon. For our on-site participant, good afternoon, ma'am, and for our online participants, good afternoon as well. So I'm Jade, and I will be the one to show or to guide you on how to set up the competencies. Given that you already have submitted your competency files to Global Studies Center. Sige. So basically, when we're going to set it up, we have this understanding that you as a teacher, you already know how to set up your virtual classrooms. So you know now how to set up activities and resources. You know now how to make assignments, quizzes, forums, and the different resources or activities inside our virtual classroom. So I'm pretty sure that everyone here, online and on-site, uh, is good to go in terms of setting up the competency inside the virtual classroom. So I will just go directly inside my soul. So basically, let's just say this is your account. So what I have here is just a sample, the account of just a simple account. And then if you notice, I have two courses, the faculty training room, and you also have the competency workshop. So let's just say for an instance that my subject will be the competency workshop. Me as a teacher, then I'm going to set up competencies. And I will be anchoring those competencies in my activities or resources, or yeah, resources. So of course, that's the first thing. You have to go to My Soul to set up your competencies. And then the second one is, oh no, the first one is you have to submit your competencies to us so that we will be able to set it up on our site. Then the second one is, of course, you have to log into your My Soul platform. And then inside your virtual classroom, you can go to your course dashboard. So if you take a look at the left side of your, just the homepage of your course, you have the different topics or sections, and at the lower left portion, you have course dashboard. So what we'll be doing right now is we're going to anchor the different competencies that you have submitted to us. We're going to connect those competencies to your course. So course dashboard. So there will be a bunch of options there, and then look for competencies. So if this is your first time to set it up, currently, wala gid siya sulod, no? If you will click on competencies, it says here that no competencies have been linked to this course because currently we haven't set up anything yet. Sige. So nakasulod ra tanan. I think okay raman, no? So that's the first step. Go to your course and then dashboard, check the competencies. Now, the second one is that, of course, we're going to add competencies now to your course. So if you'll notice, again, on the left side or in the middle, it depends upon the orientation of your screen, you have add competencies to course button. So you have that one, then just click it. So there will be a drop down or a pop-up box, and then you can actually see all the competencies available in My Soul. So what you will be doing is that if, for example, daghan good kani siya nga competencies, you just have to look for your own subject or your own course. Right? So let's just say let's use this is the second one. Ed 31 TTL 2021 Lec Lab. We will be using that one as our sample competencies or competency. Now, if you notice, you have the different LOs and the different KUs under each LO or yeah. So just add the KUs lang. Like for example, here you have, I will just be using, because for this particular syllabus, it has 5 LOs. So I will be using only 3, and I will be adding the KUs of those 3 LOs in this particular course. So like for example, for LO1, you have 3 KUs, right? KU1, KU2, and KU3. Now just select that particular knowledge understanding or KU and then just simply click add. I-select lang kung asang imong ganahan i-add and then just click add. Now, we'll be doing the same process until all the KUs that you want to be included in this particular course will be added to your BC. So same process lang, go back to add competencies to course. Just look for the particular competency, or another way is you can actually add multiple KUs in one add button. So what you can do is highlight first or click a KU, and then you can also if you're using Windows PC, you can just click or just use Control Shift on your keyboard, Control Shift, and then just choose another KU. So for example, if you want to add KU1 and then KU3 in just one click, so just first select KU1 and then Control Shift on your keyboard and then KU3. Control Shift and then click on KU3 and then add. So at one time, all the 3 KUs will be added to your course. Sige. So basically, the ana lang siya kadali. You just have to select your KUs and then add those KUs to your course. Yeah, I will be adding this one here. Okay. Ako lang i-delete. Now, if you notice that some of the LOs have been included. You can actually delete those LOs that have been included that you don't want to be included in your competencies list. Or for example, you have KUs that are included in your VC that is not applicable or not necessary to this particular class, you can actually delete. So if you look at the list of competencies or KUs inside the virtual classroom, you actually have the delete button on the right side. So each item or each KU na siya delete button on the right side, you can actually delete those that are not necessary for this particular class. Delete, confirm. Okay. And then I'm gonna delete the LO3. I'm deleting the LOs because as what I've said, I will only be using the KUs. Okay. So I think I'm good in terms of adding the different KUs inside my virtual classroom. Any question? Inyo ha, ma'am, wala ra. Sayon pa, sayon ra. Okay. So you can actually try. You can use the sample katong ed, and then later on you can just delete those kay maybe those are not applicable in your course. So for our online participants as well, you can also try yeah, just use any of the available competency frameworks that are currently uploaded in MySoul, and then later on, of course, you have to delete na lang in your if you're using, for an instance, your actual classroom, then you can just delete those after this workshop. Try lang, you can add 1 or 2 KUs, then think we're good. So it's as easy as that. Just go to your dashboard, click competency, and then look for your framework or competency framework, add the KUs, and then that's it. That's basically it in terms of linking or anchoring the different competencies inside your VC. Now, sir, how do we attach those different competencies to our activities? Like, for example, quizzes or assignments. How do we attach those? Okay, that's the second one. Now, given that we are done in terms of setting up or linking or anchoring our competencies to our virtual classroom, the second step is we're going to anchor those different competencies inside the VC to our activities and resources. So let's just say currently you don't have activities power resources and this is your first time to create a quiz or an assignment. So sige. So I will just give you a quick run through on how to set up competency inside our VC. I'll just go to topic 1. I'll set it as my current lesson or topic. And then let's just say I'm just going to create an assignment. Okay. You can also do this in your PCs. You can go to, or you can create a sample section, then you can create a sample activity. Can it be assignment or forum or quiz? Doesn't matter as long as we can set up the competency. Sige. So again, I will be, just for sample purposes, I will be using assignment this time. So I will be creating an assignment. To create one, of course, you have to go to create learning activity and then look for assignment. There you go. Okay, just fill out the required fields. So I'll just give this a name, sample assignment. And some description. Let's just say this is some description here. Again, this is just for sample purposes. So just the usual setting up of assignment. Because after all, we're not here to learn how to set up assignment. We're here to link competencies in your assignment. So just just give it any name, just give it any description. And then after that, we can go to assignment. On the right side, on the very bottom option, you have competencies, right? Now, click competencies, and then you have to choose among the anchored KUs in your VC, which one you will be using for this particular activity. So for this particular assignment, unsa nga KU ang imong gamiton? LO1 KU1 ba or KU2 or KU3? It depends upon kung unsa nga needed or unsa ang dapat nga competency or knowledge understanding ang mga particular activity, right? So for example, for this particular assignment, belong ni siya sa KU1, so I'll just choose KU1 and then next. By the way, you can add multiple KUs in one activity. So for example, kaning assignment, maigo ang KU1, KU2, and KU3, pwede ra na siya. You can add multiple KUs in one assignment. Okay? And then, upon activity completion, just change it to attach evidence. Para later on, nakita na ni teacher. Kana lang. Same with quizzes and forums. Just go to the competencies menu or competencies option, choose your KU, and then change upon activity completion to attach evidence, and then that's it. So kumbaga, kung wala pa gyud mo nakagamit og competency, nag-add lang gyud ta og ani nga particular feature when creating an assignment or an activity. So I know that you already know how to create assignments, right? Now, ang ato lang gyud karon is gi-add lang nato unsaon pag-anchor ang competencies in your particular activity. So that's it, and then just click save and return to course or save and display. Kamo lang pili ang sa inyong i-save, ang sa inyong i-click. They're both the same. Okay. So this is on the teacher side. And that's it. Humana ta for setting up. So let's see sa students side. How does it looks like, or how does it look like sa student side? Okay. I'll just log in. I'll create a new one. So kani si teacher niha mag login ko og lain. There. So let's pretend that this particular user is the student. Okay. So mo ni siya si student, and this is the sample virtual classroom competency workshop. And then naakoy isa ka assignment ini, which is the sample assignment. So as usual, si student mo submit lang na siya assignment, right? So add submission. Yes. Naka-freeze. Oh, wala din. Okay. Stop share, and then I'll just share screen. Kanina lang the entire screen. The screen. Share. What about now? Okay na? Okay. Sige. So again, this is from the student's point of view. So as a student, most of the time, they're just going to add submissions. So I'll just be adding some submission here. I'm gonna be uploading some file. Ngita na lang kung available file din eh. Okay, just use this one. Yeah. Load. So what I'm doing is I'm just showing the adding of submission process sa student side. So this is not on the teacher side. Save changes. So we're done. We're done already. It says here that I have submitted for this particular assignment and the date when I submitted the assignment. Okay, so okay na submission si student. Now I will go back to the teacher's VC. So this one, so mao ni si teacher. And if I'm going to topic 1, It says here that, oh, I'm just gonna refresh na lang. Okay, here it says 1 of 1 submitted, meaning out of 1 student, 1 submitted already. So basically, ni-submit na tanan, it says 1 ungraded. So I will be grading this one. So for example, just the normal lang, if may assignment si student, ato amo gina siyang i-grade. So ana lang gihapon, same process, wala ra gyud siya ma-change. It's just saying nga, for this particular assignment, perfect si student. Ato lang na siyang i-grade. And then continue. So okay, so nanay grades is student and a particular assignment which is 100/100. Now, what's next? Sa teacher side, di ba normally pag may assignment ato maging i-check walay mabag-o, maura gyapon na siya nga process. The next step is na alay ma-add. You have to check the competency. For this particular assignment, which KUs ang naigo, and then unsaon nimo, so that this particular student will be tagged as competent or not yet competent for a particular KU. Again, just go to your course page, and from here, you can go to the settings. Ikatulo ni siya nga task sa teacher, after setting up, nag-check na ka sa assignment, now is to update the competencies. So the gear icon or the course settings, and then just go to reports. And then the first option under report is competency breakdown. So just click competency breakdown. Again, course administration and then reports. Just look for reports there, and then competency breakdown. So for the competency breakdown, ingon ani ang mahitabo. So naay here, if you notice, you have the student, kanigod siya usa-usa gud, wala tay multiple views. So if you have like 20 students, individual gud ang iyang view. So you have the student name, and then you can actually use some of the filters available here. You have filter by competency or filter by username. So let's just say we're gonna filter this by competency. So our first assignment or our first resource or activity is just a sample assignment. So that sample assignment, ganina man good, I was making an example earlier prior to discussing. So I already tagged this particular user as competent for LO1K1. Now, for those of you who haven't given any rating yet for a particular student, you simply click the not rated option. Naalang siya beside sa competency name. And then it will open a pop-up window and you will see which activity, and then the learning plan, and then there's rating. Right now, it says, currently, sa mga wala pa na rate, wala pa gina siya rating. You just have to click rate, and then you will choose, it's either competent or not yet competent. Duha lang siya. So, pwede po nga i-leave sa nimo siya as is, pwede po imo siyang ratean nga not yet competent, pwede po daw competent. So, for example, sa imuhang BC, wala na kay laing activity nga naka-anchored sa LO1KU1. Kani lang gyud siyang activity, and then perfect si student. So, kani nga particular knowledge understanding, competent na siya, since wala na may laing nakalink na activity. So, what you can do is just, you simply rate the student as competent. You can add notes if you want, but that's optional. And then you simply click rate. And then that's it. You do that, do the same process for all of the students. And then what's good about this is that si student mismo makatrack sa iyang progress in terms of competency level sa isa ka virtual classroom. Let me go back to the students side. So kani siya si student, right? Now if I'm the student, I can just go back to my course page. I will go to my course dashboard. I can click on competencies. And from here, I can actually track my progress, my competency progress in this particular course. Now, currently, this course have 7 competencies. And right now, it says that I'm proficient in 1 out of 7 competencies. So, helpful kaya na siya sa mga students na ganahan mo track sa ilang progress in a particular course. Like, unsa ko ka competent aning a particular course, I'm 5 out of 7 proficient in terms of competencies in this particular course. So they themselves can track their progress in a particular course. So ingon ana lang siya, that's how competency works in my soul. So it's not automatic actually. The teacher really needs to go and check and see if the student is competent by just looking at the scores, if these are assignments or quizzes or forums. Grading, of course, the assignments and forums, you need to have grades for you to actually see which students are proficient in a particular KU and which ones are not. Then after that, just go ahead and rate the students. Any question? Dali lang siya kaayo actually ang pag-set up. Ang sa teacher na lang gid ani siguro matrabaho siya in terms of you really have to check individually. Imagine you have 20 students and then you have like 3 or 4 classes. So you really have to check. It's an additional siguro nga trabaho sa teacher, no? Pero makatabang siya sa student side kaya they can track their progress in your course. Plus you as a teacher, you can track the competency progress of your students in your virtual class or in your class in general. Ma'am Alf, I think I'm good.
Okay, thank you, Sir Jade. So, do we have questions about this one? By the way, we have made use of the rating as competent and not yet competent.
Yeah.
Do we still have those, statements, no? So, it would be murag so negative to place not competent. So, not yet competent. So, still has the chance to be competent. Okay. So, if there are none, Sir Fredley?
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Alf. Again, if you have questions, kindly use the Zoom chat box and type in your questions there. And then in this part, I'm still waiting for the question, so I will turn the screen to the evaluation for today's session. So I hope you can see your the evaluation form. So I will just put it in the chat box regarding the evaluation form. So basically, this evaluation form will lead you to the faculty training room in our virtual classroom. So I will just put it in the chat box. So that is the link, and then it will go to the virtual classroom. So here, this will be the virtual classroom. I hope you can see now this particular MySoul account of yours. So it will go directly, once you click that link, it will go directly to faculty training room, wherein it will go in the section, the download certificate sections. So all you need to do here is evaluate this particular upscaling session. So all you need to do is you evaluate this one. It's just like answering Google Forms, but here we will utilize our My Soul feature, the questionnaire. So all you need to do is just like a Google form, fill out the necessary fields intended in evaluating this particular upscaling session. And then after that, you can get your certificate of attendance. So again, this session is recorded. So all of the recordings are made available in this particular virtual classroom. So you can see here in the upscaling recorded video section. So here we will just simply upload the recordings here. So this is according to theme. So here I will upload this one and my soul upgrades. So basically we have two, uh, two sessions of upskilling session here in the my soul upgrades. So within this week, you can see the recordings as well as the presentation or the file of the PPT. We will just included that one in the upskilling recorded videos section. So I hope all of you already have your or all of you have access your faculty training room. If some instances, if you don't have this particular virtual classroom, then you can just email us soul@su.edu.ph. Again, to evaluate, then kindly go to this particular questionnaire, monitoring achievement of learning competencies and outcomes. And then you will get your certificate of attendance. You just simply click view certificate if you have answered the evaluation form, because this is a prerequisite in getting your certificate of evaluation. And also this serve as the for further improvements for future webinars or upskilling session. We will just take note of your suggestions or your takeaways during the upscaling session in answering this particular questionnaire. So here, this is the link. So every time we have our upscaling session, this is restricted. This is restricted for all the participants who attended in person or online attendees, or we have the high flex attendees. And for further announcement, so again this week, so this we have another upskilling session for our SU staff. So this is using generative AI in the workplace. So that will be happen tomorrow, October 12, 2023, Thursday. Time is 2:30 to 4:30 p.m. So 2 hour. This is in high flex modality. So we have our in-person participants and then we have also our online participants. So again, you can register it here. And then the resource speakers are Dr. Dave Marshall and Mr. Russell Bashaw. And then here is the first semester upscaling, knowledge sharing, and fostering a responsible digital ecosystem. So basically, this will be the theme of the first semester. So this will be the link of it. And then if you would like to see this particular link, so here, I will just let you see the link here. So just give me a minute. Okay. So for instance, okay, to see your to see the upscaling session. So you can again you can navigate this one upscaling session, recorded videos, and then there is a link that will lead you to the upscaling session for the first semester. So all you need to do is just simply click this one and then it will give you the list of upscaling session. And then you will see here the registration and or recording. So these are our previous upskilling sessions. So you can see here we have the recorded one. So here the recordings of this upskilling session. And then here, so you can see every particular timeline have the modality, the high flex or online. It is fully online or asynchronous via Zoom. So in here, we have the high flex mode. So all you need to do is just register this particular link. But if you would like to go online, so you just simply click this particular link and then you can go to this Zoom room. And then for our in-person, so you need to go to the Dr. Mariano Lau ICI laboratory. So again, the first thing you should do is of course register here. So this will be our basis of sending that particular links, or it's like an upscaling message confirmation if you are in person or online. So basically the purpose of this one is to limit the participants, especially in the in-person, because we have 20 uh 20 20 units of computer here in Mariano Lao. So again, it's like a first come first serve basis. But if some case, if you would like to bring your laptops, then you can also do that one. So here, this is the upscaling list of for first semester. This is intended for faculty, staff, and then long life learners. So here, again, you can access that one in the in the faculty training room for teachers. And again, for our staff, basically you will use another platform, and that's our soul at su.edu.ph. So I hope it's clear regarding this particular announcement. Okay, I will go to the next slide and then here. So this will be our contact information. If you would like to have the updated events in GSC, Global Studies Center, particularly the Seoul, so Silliman Online University Learning, just visit our Facebook page and then like our Facebook page. And then if second is we would like to request from you if you could visit our YouTube channel. So you can like and subscribe in our YouTube channel there for you to be updated with the current uploads or upscaling session we made every week. And then you can call us for 201901 local 417. And then if you have upscaling session request for upscaling session by department, you can email soul@su.edu.ph. And then here, before we end, I would like to request from you to switch on your camera if your connectivity allows you for the photo opportunity. Okay, so here. Okay, Ma'am Alfie, I hope you can uh, turn on your camera. Okay. So, okay, so I will give you a signal. Okay, so just wait a minute. Okay, so just give me your best smile. Okay, and 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, thank you everyone for joining the upscaling session and see you on the next upscaling session. Thank you.